Welcome again to our class of Chemistry Practical. We continue with the volumetric analysis, and we will look on the chemistry experimental questions with their solutions. You students, be aware in this class to understand how the experiment or questions have been solved in a good systematic way. In this section, we will start with the specific objective of determination of atomic mass of unknown element. In that case, you will understand how to determine the atomic mass of unknown element at a certain compound. Let's restart experiment number 1. You are provided with the following solutions. Solution A, made by diluting 10 mils of 2 molarity of hydrochloric acid up to 200 mils of the solution. Solution B, made by dissolving 5.6 grams of Z hydroxide in 1 liter of distilled water. Indicator used is phenolphthalein indicator. Procedure. Pipette 25 or 20 ml of solution B in 2 clean conical flasks. Remember that solution B is base. Procedure number 2, add 2 up to 3 drops of indicator and put solution A into a burette. Titrate carefully solution B against solution A until the color change is observed, and record your results in tabular form. Then repeat procedure A to C to obtain 3 more readings. Mean that you are supposed to repeat the experiment to obtain another more readings in terms of 3 readings or 3 value of burette readings. After checking the data and the procedure for experiment, let's look the questions for that experiment that we are going to solve. Dash mils of solution B require dash mils or centimeter cube of solution A for complete neutralization reaction. In these questions, you need the amount of mils of solution B is required to neutralize how many amount of solution A for complete neutralization reaction. What is the color change for the reaction? The color change was from where to where? That is a question. Another question, why did the color of the solution change? Another question, assume that sulfuric acid of the same molarity was used in place of hydrochloric acid. Would it be different in theta volume used? Give reasons. The question is, we have been used hydrochloric acid. So what will happen when you use sulfuric acid of the same molarity in this titration? Would it be different in theta volume? Why? If it would be different. Another questions, name the apparatus used for measuring volume of A of solution A or solution A which is acid. And why you use that apparatus to measure volume of acid. Write a balanced chemical equation for the reaction taking place between solution A and the solution B. Then the last question, calculate 1. The molality of solution A in mole per decimeter cube. That is molality. Calculate number 2, the molality of solution B in mole per decimeter cube. That means molality of solution B. And then the last question, identify the element Z. Remember that solution B was Z hydroxide, so Z is unknown, and according to our specific objective to determine the unknown element, that question you are supposed to identify the element of Z. After checking the questions, now let's check the answers of the solutions by solving our questions. Remember that the previous data is very important to note. Let's check the solutions for questions. Before a table of results, you are supposed to show the following. 1. Pipette used, you are supposed to show, according to our questions solutions, the pipette used is 25 mils, and this is noted from the apparatus you have, or from a pipette you have. And then you are supposed to show the burette used. Burette used is 50 mils or centimeter cube. Table results. After performing titration procedure, you are needed to show the table results even if you are not asked in procedure. That is the table of results. During the recording the value in table, you are supposed to consider the important thing. 1. You are supposed to show the value in 2 decimal places. 2. You are supposed to show the SI unit of the value. In case that is burette readings, you are supposed to show in volume or in centimeter cube. Also, after recording the value in table, you are supposed to calculate the average volume used, even if also you are not asked in procedure. That is very important. If not showing, unless you lose the marks of that section. Average volume used, how is calculated? Average volume used is calculated by using that formula. Volume 1 from the table, volume 2 from the table, volume 3 mils or in centimeter cube divided by 3. Average volume used according to our titration value, 25 plus 25 plus 25 mils centimeter cube divided by 3. After calculations, the volume used is 25 centimeter cube. The answer for that question is 25 mils of solution B required 25 mils or centimeter cube of solution A for complete neutralization reaction. The color change for the reaction was from pink to colorless. According to our indicator is POP or phenolphthalein indicator. The color change was from pink to colorless. The color changed because the reaction has completely reacted, or the reaction have reached at the ending point. The questions is that assume that sulfuric acid of the same molecule was used in place of hydrochloric acid. Would it be different in theta volume used? Give reasons. That is a question. Let's check we answer this question. We answer this question by considering the following equations. First equations, hydrochloric acid reacts with Z hydroxide, which is a known compound. The product is Z chloride, then plus water. The reaction mole is 1 mole of acid reacted with 1 mole of base. So the molar ratio is 1:1. But in case of using sulfuric acid reacted with ZOH or hydroxide, give the product of Z sulfate plus water. Molar ratio: 1 mole of acid reacted with 2 mole of base. So by looking those two equations, the number of mole of base is changed from 1 mole to 2 mole in the second equation. In that case, we answer that questions as follows. Yes, would be different in theta volume because the changes of number of mole of base or alkyl solution when reacting with sulfuric acid. So the theta volume will be different because the number of mole of base have been changed when we use the sulfuric acid. What is the apparatus used for measuring volume of solution A? The apparatus used for measuring volume of solution A is burette. And then we use burette because burette is the best because of measuring the accurate volume of liquid, which is solution A. Let's see a balanced chemical equation between solution A against solution B. Hydrochloric acid reacts with Z hydroxide to give Z chloride plus water. Another questions or solution for that question: calculate the molarity of solution in mole per decimeter cube. According to the data made to prepare the solution A, you are supposed to use the dilution formula to calculate the molarity of solution A. The dilution formula is molarity of 1 times the volume of 1 is equal to molarity of 2 or diluted molarity times the volume of 2 or diluted volume. Molarity of concentrated is 2 molarity. Initial volume or concentrated volume that have been diluted is 10 mils, and the molarity of diluted is required. You are supposed to calculate that one. Volume of 2 or diluted volume was 10 mils or diluted up to 200 mils of the solution. Then, according to our formula, molarity of diluted or molarity 2 is calculated by taking molarity of 1 times volume 1 divided by volume 2, or molarity of concentrated times the volume of concentrated divided by volume of diluted. It means 2 mole times the 10 mils of concentrated divided by 200 mils of diluted solution. Our answer is 0.1 molarity. So the molarity of solution A is 0.1 mole per decimeter cube. Molarity of solution B in mole per diem. That is the molality of solution B. According to the data, solution B is unknown. You are supposed to get molality of solution B by using the formula. The formula is called MAVA, but another way is molar ratio formula. Molality of acid times the volume of acid times the number of mole base is equal to molality of base times the volume of base times the number of mole of acid. Molality of acid calculated 0.1. Volume of acid from the burette readings is 25. Molality of base is required. Volume of base from the burette is 25. Number of mole of acid is 1 mole, and the number of mole of base from the equations, balanced equations, is 1 mole. So molality of base is molality of acid times the volume of acid times the number of mole of base divided by volume of base times number of mole of acid. 0.1 molarity times 25 volume of acid times 1 mole of base divided by 25 times 1 mole of acid, and the molarity of base is 0.1 mole per decimeter cube. Another question is to identify the element Z. Molality of solution B is 0.1. In order to identify the element Z, our compound is ZOH, so you are supposed to calculate the molar mass of solution B, which is the full molar mass of Z hydroxide. So the possible formula to use is the molar mass is equal to concentration over molarity. Concentration is mass over volume, and according to our data, as we remember, the concentration mass is 5.6 dissolved in 1 liter. So mass is 5.6, the volume is 1 liter. So the concentration is 5.6 gram per decimeter cube, and the molarity is 0.1 have been calculated, and the molar mass is 5.6 gram per decimeter cube divided by 0.1 mole per decimeter cube. Therefore, the molar mass of solution B is 56 gram per mole, and the gram per mole is the unit of molar mass. Element Z. Z plus 16, the atomic mass of oxygen, plus atomic mass of hydrogen, is equal to molar mass or relative atomic mass, which is 56. 56 divided 56 minus 17, we get 39. According to that answer, 39 represents atomic mass of potassium. So element Z is potassium with the symbol K, and the full compound is KOH, that is potassium hydroxide. That's the end of our lesson. You students, I'm sure, according to the systematic way of solving this question, I'm sure you have understood how this question have been solved. Still learning with me for the coming lesson. Thank you.